जी हाँ, in conversation with the one and only Dr. Bunty and the one and only Nina Khanji. I'm going to come back to you. So you take the charge. You obviously you pinpointed something which is I can't say elephant in the room because then people think I'm talking about myself. So, but regulation.
You could be. Allah maaf.
Susie. But coming back to the regulations of it.
Yes.
I think because you have this amazing entrepreneur inside you, and you straight away hit with that. So please, Dr. Saab, the question was, please again.
That would be the most important thing for me.
Yeah.
You know, if I was going to a clinic and having things done, not that I'm saying I haven't been to a clinic, but yes, that would be my first point of question, and I would advise that, you know, to look at their certificates, to see what kind of qualifications they have. Does the qualification match with what they're about to do?
Yeah.
So if the qualification is in something else and they're doing injectables, I think it's very important because you're playing with your life at the end of the day. And as I said, that I would like to see introduce some kind of a form mat, you know, where proper questions are asked and advice given before you embark on. And we were just talking about very quickly about regulations. Yes, I mean, I don't think there's enough being done from some of the scare cases that I know of.
Seen.
Yes, I have seen, I have known that the industry needs to be regulated more.
Yes. So, Dr. I mean, is that a fair question?
It is a fair question. To be fair, everybody's thinking, but I also think that as much as the question is fair, the methodology to find the right practitioner or clinician is a very difficult element unless you understand the ins and outs of the industry. So I think the best way is to go for somebody who has got good reviews,
who's renowned,
is renowned for and again, if they are involved in academia, that would always be a plus. So if they've got some publications, if they are involved in conferences, talks, and constantly improving themselves, because you do see aestheticians who are constantly trying to improve themselves and learn something new, and then you see this a very few, but there are some who just are more focused on the aesthetics of how they look on Instagram than actually improving themselves.
Because obviously with that you've got the lights of different filters and everything. One thing I was itching to ask you this question. Now this is a very sort of a open gender sort of application, isn't it now? Because anybody can apply or anybody can have it. You don't have to be a man or a woman. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. We all are aging. We all are aging, and we all want to look good. And I think,
and I think more and more men are taking interest.
More and more men are actually wanting to.
So, what's your typical? Please tell me, what's your typical patient, if that's a word,
male patient that came to you,
male patient,
male patients, like what they want to have done?
Male patients most of the time come with a problem or a focused problem. So for example, somebody would come with a mole that's bothering them and they want to do something about that. Lipoma, I do minor surgeries as well, so we do all those as well. So he would want to remove that. Hair transplant, I'm a hair transplant surgeon as well.
Wow, amazing.
So hair transplant is one of the biggest markets, so a lot of people, men would come for that.
And collagen helps with the hair as well?
So
collagen is just skin based?
So type 1 collagen makes 90% of the skin, hair and nails.
Wow.
So collagen has got a role in the hair as well, but at the same time male type baldness is because of the male hormone, and that is why, you know, it's a bit more tricky to manage. But yes,
I mean, mashallah, Nina ji look absolute fabulous.
Yes.
But I mean, just to put on spot, I mean, she looks fabulous, obviously.
I was going to come to that, and you've just taken my.
Maybe we can get something done for you. You know what I mean? Why not?
Yeah, why not? Let's. It's always good to have a professional advice. Yes.
So please, what would you suggest? I'm going to put you on spot now.
Well, no, it's very easy for me because this is one of the most common questions I get when I'm in the public. So
I'm safe.
And the best way to answer the question is this: that and I'm being honest, there's not a face that I come across where there's not something that's extraordinary. There's always something extraordinary about every face.
Yeah.
And there's always something that can be improved as well.
Aesthetically.
At the same aesthetically. So one of the things, again, elephant in the room, is the fact that we all are aging and we all are depleting collagen. So if anybody comes to me and says to me, what would they like to have? I would say, look, take care of your collagenesis. Make sure you are having more and more collagen, because that will prevent.
You're talking about tablets?
No, so
or injections.
Again, tablets or oral collagen.
That's what I'm saying. Oral collagen.
They're limited, studies around that. But there are some limited stuff about that going on. So inducing your own collagen is the best way.
Yeah. And how do you do that?
Making the body make its own collagen.
Yes.
So what we do in the layman terms, when I explain to my students as well, is that we need to irritate the centers that make collagen.
Okay.
So within the skin, there is a center called fibroblast.
Yes.
And those fibroblasts make the collagen, right?
So collagen is like a poo in the family.
Exactly.
That irritates.
So we have to irritate it, right? So what we need to do is we need to either physically or chemically or mechanically irritate that.
We didn't know that.
Does it make sense?
No. But can I just add to that? Because my own perception is, I mean, we're talking and focusing very much on all these, cosmetic things that are available on the market and accessible. And more youngsters are going at the age of 18, 19, having things done to their faces. I would go back to the roots of, like, I think if you looked after your health and your skin and what you eat, that is far more important. I mean, of course, there comes an age when these things are, if you want to, there's nothing wrong with in improving your skin tones, your skin texture, uplifting, what have you. But I think that you start from the basic in terms of people need to be,
healthy. You mean?
Yes, eat healthy.
But I mean, my question would that be then?
Yeah, I mean that's the routine I've adopted. I used to clean, moisturize, tone. But I always focused on eating healthy fruits, juices, nuts, cereals, proteins, fish.
But my question would that be then? It's a very good question, by the way. That which I was going to ask you.
हम सारी कॉम को इसके ऊपर नहीं लगा सकते, and I don't mean to be disrespectful,
but we get the exact amount of nutrients that we used to get.
Yeah.
In the the fruit.
What you're saying is precisely right. So. I completely agree with what ma'am is saying. The problem is that that's a very idealistic scenario, right? If you look at the number of people who smoke, if you look at the number of people who drink, if you look at the number of people who use drugs, if you look at the number of people who are stressed and in depression, if you look at the number of people, so all these factors are also causing that early depletion of everything and early aging scenarios. So as much as, like, when I came into aesthetics, and still even from a layman's perspective, as soon as you say aesthetics, the general perception is Botox and fillers, right?
Yes.
In my clinic, 2% people have fillers.
Really?
98%.
Like the lips and the...
So 98% people do not have fillers.
Fantastic.
So what does that tell you something?
The shift has changed
a lot. It's a completely different ball game.
You can't make somebody stupid now, because they have researched that they come to.
The second part is this, that, everybody needs some sort of as we are getting more and more cautious and becoming more cautious of everything. So what is happening is everybody needs some level of element of intake. Like, for example, I myself started taking supplements, making sure that I'm taking the right supplements for the last couple of years, that to keep me the way I am. So when you start young, if a young person comes to me, I say maintain what you have got. So what would I say to them? I would say, don't smoke, don't drink, don't do drugs, drink plenty of water, take the right
your diet has to be
supplements. But then at the same time, as you rightly said, the nutrition element of that diet has gone away.
Absolutely.
So for example, body needs 20 amino acids, right, to function. 10 of those body makes, 10 of those we have to take from outside, right? How many times you have actually looked into the fact that you're taking all of them or not? And the fun fact is that we keep focusing on vitamins, which body can actually store. Amino acids body cannot store.
Or steroids.
So every single time, if you're not taking an amino acid, it would actually break down the muscle to make that amino acid. So
it's probably more damaging then.
It's more damaging. So the point what I'm trying to make here is that the more knowledge we have, the more we are getting exposed to the new elements coming out. We can make much more informed decisions about ourselves, and we can prevent that element of pre-aging as well. And sometimes I look at a face and I think that they've taken care of themselves really well, and they have aged very gracefully. But I still somehow find a way that, okay, maybe some little push will make it even nicer to look at. So that's the basic idea. And that is why wellness and aesthetics are now going hand
and I think
in hand.
I was reading the other day, and plus I had, in fact, it was my first show when I did this Money Talk started. My first guest was Dr. Salman Shahid.
All right.
And he was talking about the increasing the length, the living age.
Yes.
I think there is
anti-aging.
Of course, that as well. Plus, he was talking about that how you should be, to create an environment where you're less stressed.
Yeah.
Your skin, everything has an effect of that.
Exactly.
Obviously, yeah.
Exactly.
And with Nina ji she's saying as well that with eating healthy, eating normal. But I think
you see, Mani, these are very temporary measures. When we go to clinics and we have things done, and I'm not condoning them. I endorse. I mean, of course, there is in life when you do need these treatments.
There's an element of it.
Yes,
obviously.
of course. But my concern is that now I feel that younger and younger generation, through TikToks and social media, the first thing they want to do is, even at the age of 19, 20, is to go and have some fillers and some Botox and
I think you have a very good point, but I think there is a bigger picture behind that, because I think what social media has done,
the two need to go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
But that goes back to the regulation element as well. That goes back to the fact that none of my clients are 19 and 18 because they can't afford me. So they can only afford those.
Not working.
So that's where the regulation comes in. They can only afford somebody down the road as a salon, and she's also doing it on part-time. Well, she couldn't do her A-levels, and then she decided to become an esthetician.
So by the way, what Dr. Bhatti is saying, if you're on universal credit, I'm sorry, this is not for you. Just to keep you on a lighter note. But I think this is amazing. The sofa is amazing. This is what I'm saying, that there is a natural need. But you've raised such a fantastic point. And because I want to discuss that on one show where we talk about the measures that people are taking, and the levels of disappointment that causes them on just being on social media. As an artist, I was in Tamasha, I did Love Guru, and I came out, and you know what, there was thousands of people who appreciated. They loved my presence over there, but there were a lot of keyboard warriors. They were just sitting there in their little homes, depressed as anything. They've got nothing else to do but to criticize me for my weight, for my looks, for my that. Oh, we don't like you, I don't think you're funny and all that. Now, I just think, and I think Dr. Saab will probably agree on this as well, even this when you're in media person, and of course as well, you have to have a very hard back. Because you have to build another backbone that you will stand alone but straight. You will not fall down, because there are so many knockouts, and they're not even knockouts, to be honest. But it took me a very long time to learn it. Mani, Allah doesn't make mistakes. Simple as that. Own it. Whatever it is.
Absolutely.
But it's also the fact that it's a responsibility of the practitioner to make sure and say no to the people who shouldn't be.
That's the
that
point
is what I was trying to that's what I already explained in the beginning of the talk, that I would assess them for 45 minutes and I will tell them what they need, and I would not actually cater for the things that they would. You wouldn't go to the doctor and say, give me an amoxicillin.
Yes.
You would say, I've got a sore throat. He will assess, and then he will give you amoxicillin. If you went and said, I need amoxicillin, doctor will still take the history, still do the due diligence, and then make sure that if you are for that or not. That is what I was saying earlier in the talk, that I said that when clients are coming after being inspired by the TikTok or the YouTube or something like that, I've got actually a mug in my clinic, right? So whenever I've got that client, I actually take the mug and I start sipping my tea. And what it says is, don't confuse your Google's research with my medical degree. So that actually is the answer to that.
Yes. I think this is amazingly put and very profound at the same time. Now, Nina ji, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, because you've done a lot of humanitarian work, especially for Gaza and other things as well, and they want to seek some advice from you or they want to, if they want to invite you as a guest, or they want to want you have on their panel or whatever, how can somebody get in touch with you? Please.
I mean, that's not a problem. I'm very low profile in social media, but certainly
an account like Facebook account?
Yes.
Can you please tell them which was it? I know, but I just want them to know as well. They can get in touch.
I can give the information on Insta and social media, but I don't have a very heavy presence on social media. In terms of if they want to contact me, I can give my number out.
Yes.
I don't.
Not live, obviously.
No, not live, obviously. Yes.
Looking at you stalkers tonight, hello.
But the humanitarian work has been largely very sort of self-motivated. I don't currently I don't run a NGO as such, but I am thinking of setting one up in Pakistan, inshallah, and then obviously all the social media handles will all be coming.
And that's rehabilitation of the children and women.
I'm involved in so many different projects, and have been whilst I was in England. I'm renowned for quite a lot of things, but mainly that I was the first woman in England, in Manchester especially, to host an 800-seated dinner event.
You did?
Where I raised £100,000 for Palestine, and the funds were distributed there and then, accordingly, like Smile Aid and Doctors Worldwide. So that was a very successful event, and we need more of those because the issue of Gaza and Palestine hasn't gone away. So we definitely need more people to do whatever they can, even though I understand that at the moment it's restricted, funds aren't getting there, aid isn't getting there, but we have to do what we can. And I was also involved in 3,500 free eye camp under my leadership, free eye cataract operations in rural areas of Pakistan. So we've been trying, and I'm a spokeswoman for knife crime, I'm a spokeswoman for Azad Kashmir, illegal Indian occupied. I'm chair of Cheshire. So one has to do what they have, because I always believe I wasn't born to just eat and sleep and
have a lady of leisure.
Everyone, Allah gives you this quwwat inside you to make a difference, and the first thing you should do is make a difference to humanity. Whatever role you can play, so you don't necessarily need to follow Nina. We all.
It's very blessed. It's very blessed. We are very blessed to have you as well. And coming back towards the end, Dr. Saab, Mr. Bunty, how can we get in touch with you?
Yes. Well, you've got my number.
I know, but I want them to know as well.
So we've got a website for my company called Sculpted by Doctors.co.uk. My Instagram handle Sculpted by Doctors or Dr. B Malik. So,
Dr. B Malik as well.
Yes.
And they can just drop you a DM. Do you check your DMs?
I've got a team that manages all the messages, and there's a number for the team as well. They can book in online, book in through.
And any Rishta aunties, how can they get in touch with you?
So
do they know?
What, for aesthetics?
They don't. She might be saying, I'm gonna do your bia. Can you do some TK for me? No, nothing like that. It's not gonna work.
I get all sorts. So I'm happy to entertain anyone.
Isn't it? Yeah.
I'm happy to entertain anyone.
No, aunties ke baghair business kaise grow?
Exactly. How are we going to grow the business without the aunties?
We need the aunties.
We need more aunties.
Next to you?
I'm usually the auntie's favorite anyway. But I just would like to add that I'm really I've met you the first time, and I'm really inspired by what you've done and doing. And if you ever need a doctor's perspective, I'm always available.
Amazing.
I'll take you up on that. I'm at the anti-age.
No, in terms of the
of course, I understood. That was just
because my background is extreme emergency.
That's fantastic.
And I have been a part of few of these sort of relief camps and medical camps. And
no, I'm sure we can work together.
There's nothing more fulfilling than be able to do something with your own hand.
Absolutely.
Giving money is one thing, but I feel when you do something with your own hand,
you make them abled.
Completely different sense out of that. So.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been phenomenal. It's been fantastic. Time has flown. I hope you guys have had a great time as well. Sorry if I've said anything like this, because this is two different walks of life, and putting them together and asking them respective questions can be challenging at times. So thank you.
You did very well.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us on.
For a change, money, let us talk,
Exactly. This is I am caged, as you know. Usually when you're doing stand-up or other things, it's a different story. Guys, one thing that I've learned from this conversation today, that you're nothing short of everything. So I think I found my dad's diary once, and it had an amazing message in it, which I would share with these two amazing human beings. And the message was, always try to get what you like in life, otherwise you'll be forced to like what you get. So go for it. I will see you in a next episode of Money Talks.